welcome again, party people in the place to be. This is Inside the PFL for Season 6, Week 7. I am your champion, El Zubador, Joe. Back again, once is again, the incredible, my co-commissions. We got Manny.
Let's go. Here we are. Week 8, the most important week of the season.
The most important week of the season, and we got Thomas.
I'm back, baby.
Back from being a sick boy. How does it feel not being sick anymore?
It feels good, because after listening to your guys' Inside the PFL last week, I was like, I got some stuff to say, but I didn't get to say it, so it's okay.
You couldn't contain your hot takes, Thomas?
No, I was listening to it while eating dinner, like, when it got posted. I'm just sitting there, like, mentally writing notes, like, I need to tell them this, and this, and this, and this. I, of course, forgot them all, but that's okay.
We are covering Week 7 here, our second Conference Cup week, and what a goddamn week it was. Hoo boy! I think, Manny, once again, you have some lovely weekend observations for us, as you are wont to do at this point. And if you please, whenever you're ready to take the wheel, I will hand it over.
Well, you see, Joe, what had happened
Oh?
was I don't have a weekend observations.
Oh my god. Scandalous.
Bum.
I know. It was a busy weekend. I was drunk for 2.5 days.
Spent 6 hours playing Civ, too, as well.
Yep, that too. That was hungover me.
All right, instead of the weekend observations, then give me, we're going to go OBT here. One big take. Give me your biggest take of the weekend.
I don't understand Tristan.
All right, I like
it. Is he
it.
doing these trace plays on purpose? Or is it just luck? I'm so confused. I can't decide if he's good or not.
That's not a bad place to start here, I think, if you want to go right into the last match, which just took place less than an hour ago here. Tristan beating Gage +3. That was, I had more faith in Gage than, unfortunately, than we got to see here. But, the big thing with that is, like, Gage just... I mean, he didn't do it twice, at least. But after the first time, he's just like, oh shit, you're not going to get me with that again, with that Trace Volt Absorb.
But then he decided to switch to Shadow Ball, so I was like...
Well...
What?
I mean, HP...
Like, I just don't understand why Tristan didn't go into Porygon again and get the +4. He went and he sacked Suicune for no reason. He should have just stayed with Porygon. Like, what was Jolteon gonna do?
Man, things like Volt Absorb just stops Jolteon. I mean, it's like, its special attack is decent, but I mean, like, you're not gonna get much out of it if you can't get in there, Volt Switch, and leave.
Exactly. I mean, it's an electric type, and electric types all just do the same thing. They come in, they're really fast, they hit you with a Volt Switch, and then... So the moment you take that away from them, they become pretty useless.
I don't know why Gage... I feel like people in this league just make super obvious plays, like, without any blatant regard for what's gonna happen.
I get what you're talking about, but I feel like you don't want to... Because I've gotten into situations where I've played myself, and that's something that it's really tough to ride that line where sometimes it's like, okay, now he's going into blank, so I gotta hit blank, or it's just like, but I could hit Thunderbolt, and whatever comes in is gonna take damage, and sometimes that's enough.
That's true too, but I'm saying, like, I'm Mega Gallade. What does Mega Gallade get hit by? Shadow Ball, so let me go in and click Shadow Ball. But does he have another move that potentially hits more Pokemon with less drawback of being locked into a move that he can't hit Porygon 2 with?
That too. That's actually...
Jolteon? No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Jolteon has 3 moves.
Well,
I mean, if he brought a different hidden power, I'm not sure exactly which hidden power he brought. It seemed like he brought hidden power Grass on an electric type, which I'm rubbing my head at this point. Cause why?
Yeah, well, you could deal with those pesky ground types, even though Hidden Power Ice does the same thing.
Yeah, and would have been better.
What if he put Hidden Power Electric on? No, he doesn't, because he did Porygon with it.
Oh, that would have been the real move.
It's some fucking Galaxy Brain shit right there. The only other notable thing I saw in that match pretty much was there were a lot of situations where Tristan just forced something else of Gage in when Rox was up, which we'll talk about once again. There were like 3 matches where it's just like, goddamn, you gotta get rid of those hazards, like seriously.
Goddamn.
But can anyone do that? Like, did anyone draft any hazard removers? I feel like they're few and far between.
They are. I always at least make sure that I have one Pokemon that's like, okay, this one can spin, this one can defog, I'm good, basically. If you have a flying type, you have defog, basically. But sometimes it's a hard sell to put defog on something, especially when it's like Gliscor or Mandibuzz in the case of my match.
Like, you just need to make that move slot available. Like, it just is what it is. You can't not afford to bring it. Like, even if your opponent doesn't set up rocks, just having it in the back, it's not even a wasted move slot. Like, that's just how good it is.
Then we had here, just going up, we're going up the list now, backwards, Garrison's +2 win over Murphy, where I believe in the midpoint of the match, Garrison had said, damn, I don't think I could pull this out. But then, here he comes, that damn Ditto, at it again, with the for some reason. Alright, Murphy Dragon Danced with Altaria, because it's what you do, basically. But it's like he forgot Ditto was there, and then he paid for it.
And then he asks at the end, oh, was Ditto Scarf... What? You only run Ditto one way.
Tyler tried running Ditto different ways, and it didn't work out.
You can't bring setup versus Ditto. You just can't do it. Unless you have a plan for Ditto.
No, Ditto scares me 100% of the time because of that, and I'm not looking forward to my match against Garrison.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
I remember when I had Ditto, and I was playing Mike. Mike was so afraid of my Ditto that he only brought, like, 2 moves on his Garchomp. I was like, what are you doing, man? But, like, that's, like, you need to have some forethought there. Like you can't set up when Ditto's in the back. Like, that was the most obvious play in the world that he was just going to sack going to Ditto. Like, sure, I'll let you set up the +5. Like, it doesn't matter.
And I learned a fun thing in that match where if Celesteela uses Protect, Rotom uses Defog. Oh, wait a minute, what's this? The rocks are still there. What the fuck?
That's when is that a thing?
Yeah, I didn't even know that was a thing either, I gotta be honest with you.
I
saw
thought
it.
that went through, but...
Yeah, I thought, like, Rapid Spin doesn't go through because, it makes contact or whatever, but Defog's, like, a status move. You'd think, like...
Protect may as well just protect rocks from even fucking going up at that point.
Yeah,
you know?
like, you can't... If you click Protect and your opponent clicks rocks, the rocks still go up. The hazards go up, but hazard removal doesn't work. Pokemon Company, balance your game, man. I gotta, like, of all the times that I've been playing this game and something dumb has happened, a lot of the time I'd be like, yeah, that's human error. That was my bad. But no, this is like some broken mechanic that they need to fix.
I want to know who sits in on these board meetings.
And call up old John Nintendo on the phone. You're like, what the fuck's wrong with your game, dude?
I'm gonna call Reggie right now and be like, yo, Reggie, fix your shit.
And Protect also came into play in that match in another big way. Murphy burned a Z move, and it did 13% to Celesteela.
Yeah, that was rough.
You knew he had Protect, though.
At
that point, he knew, right?
I mean, Protect is, well, I don't know the Celesteela's sets off the top of my head, but I feel like Protect is it's gonna be there more often than not, I feel like.
I personally like bringing it on Celesteela because you're so bulky that you can scout pretty much everything, but...
And it pairs nicely with Leech Seed.
Yeah, that too. Anybody that can set Leech Seed and use abuse Protect or sub, it's a good time.
It's like the reverse Toxic Protect.
Next we got the big win. The Diamond Boys coming through. Kyle owning Mitch. Making him Mitch his bitch. If I do say so.
Bitch Mitch?
Bitch Mitch here.
Bitch Mitch, if you could say.
+6 win by Kyle. I saw... This was after Mitch left, I don't even know if it's in the replay. I was the only person still speccing the game at that point, I'm pretty sure. And I see it's pretty sure it's just me and Kyle in there, and he goes, no more misplays by me. I promise. And I'm like, holy fuck, oh my god, oh shit. This man's on the warpath.
Yeah, Kyle's a little salty about his previous weeks, and he's looking to change it up.
I mean, if you're gonna do it, a +6 is a statement game. A +6 is a +6. It is what it is. Like, Mitch should have had something. He had opportunities, too. Like, Tornadus didn't knock off Chansey when he decided to go for fucking Fling King's Rock, stealing the Manny strat.
Oh
yeah, I was about to say, he brought Manny strat, but, like, you gotta know when to implement that correctly. That's a very niche, I dare say, gimmicky type thing.
Oh, it totally is. It's like, you pull it out when you need it for something specific. Like, you don't just do it because...
And besides, if he decided to, hit knockoff there first, then fling, then, acrobatics would do more than 33% to Chansey.
I was talking to Kyle today, post match. I was like, Kyle, I'm proud of you, buddy. He goes, yeah, I was just looking at his team, and I just went, wow, Mega Skeptile actually one-shots his entire team. Feels good. I was like, you're not wrong.
I mean, that's what happens when you're running a Hide the Sceptile. Like, if you're just unfortunate enough that you get pooped on by Sceptile, like, he's just gonna dance around him and then get a free switch, and then Sceptile just goes off.
It was another common problem that I saw throughout some of the matches this week was something I like to call, where's the D? Where was your defense? Where was any of the defense here in this match and in Mike's win over Brett? We talked last week, you and I did, Manny, about Mike just didn't bring the right kind of defense, and he was just letting shit die, just letting shit get knocked over. And you need switches. You need to look at the battle from both sides. I feel like this is part of the reason Mitch got plus 6 tiers. He just didn't have anything.
Yeah, I think you need to set your win con. Like, pick your mon. You're gonna be like, alright, this is gonna do what's gonna do to win me the match, and you build around it. You bring walls for threats, and just because you need walls, and then you bring support, and you bring other things, and then you go into the match and hope for the best.
And next we got Mike with an impressive +4 win over Preston here. Again, a sort of where's the D situation. I would like to... Okay, so right off the bat, this match was in a really fucky position because... So we got Galvantula, and we got Gyarados. And for no reason, he stays in and hits DD?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know what he was thinking. I guess he thought maybe he could freely set up on it, but a very common set is like Focus Sash, lead, almost like Suicide lead Galvantula. And those things carry, at the very least, Volt Switch, but a lot of times Thunder.
And, I looked into it, too. With the sets that he was running, even at +1, I mean, maybe he didn't realize, oh, wait a minute, Bug resists ground, so EQ is neutral. EQ was going to do, I think it was a 12% chance to Oko, so, I don't like those odds.
I think instead of Dragon Dancing, he just clicks as he fly.
Yeah, that too. That would have helped.
Or he could have clicked Substitute.
Yeah, that too.
If you're going to lead off expecting to set up on someone who's going to sticky web, then you might as well just sub.
Yeah, I mean, that's I think that's a little more of an experienced play. I've tried to implement it, but have been afraid to bring it, I gotta be honest.
No, I think we've talked about this before, we're in a very hyper-aggressive league where...
Yeah.
Everyone goes for damage all the time.
Pretty much. So when things happen, like somebody actually uses setup or substitute or a tanky team, they get things like +5s and +6s because everybody's so used to just smacking each other until they're dead.
It's the best way to play, Joe.
Hey, you're not wrong. That's the thing.
It's super enjoyable, I gotta be honest with you.
Everyone's always like, should I click Thunderbolt here? Like, he has 2 ground types and a Volt Absorb. Should I click Thunderbolt or should I set up? Thunderbolt. Like, no...
Let me smack that motherfucking Thunderbolt.
Yeah, there's no, everyone runs specs. There's no, you always calc max damage.
And of course, the MVP of the match was Scarf A-Doug Trio, which A-Doug Trio is doing a lot of work for Mike this season, actually. Working that 40 points, I mean, at 110 speed, and still the normal 100 attack. It's a pretty scary mon, and it's got Sand Force, which is interesting, an interesting play. I feel like, Tangling Hair is normally what you go with, but hey, if you got sand, you may as well fucking take advantage of it.
I also like how I said in the beginning of the season that Mike would never bring this Pokemon, even though it counters his biggest fear in life, which is Toxic. But he's been proving me wrong, and I gotta say I'm a little proud of my cousin. I can't vote for him anymore, but I'm proud of him.
No, we still can't choose him for Commish Picks. So, whoops, sorry about that, Mike. Oh well. Finally here we've got my match, finally a respectable win, not one by the skin of my goddamn teeth. A win +3 over Dan, which Thomas, you and I were talking a little bit before we started recording here, to where, was it that Dan was just running sets by you and you were playing CS or something, or League, and you were just like, yeah, cool, yeah, go with that.
Yeah, it happened. I was playing something, I don't remember.
Because he 100% blames you for the fact that he did not bring Defog on
Well,
Amanda Buzz.
hold on now. 100% blame is a little rough. That's like a carrot away now. No, because, like, at the end of the day, you don't have to listen to anybody. Do whatever the fuck you want. Like, please. But, I mean, should I have been paying a little more attention? Yeah. But is it my job to win everybody else's matches? No. Nor is it yours, nor is it Manny's, nor is it Mario's. Even though he does that for Mitch. Like,
Realistically, though, who expects the toxic spikes?
I mean, that's fair.
I mean, only like 2 Pokemon have them.
Yeah, only like
like,
realistically, like 4 Pokemon can bring them in this
I've
league.
got 2 Pokemon that can run toxic spikes.
Oh, who's the second?
Cofagrigus gets it.
Oh, fuck that stupid mummy.
I love Cofagrigus so much.
I know, he's the best.
I mean, I mean, you just need a grounded poison type to get rid of them. So if they don't have, like, that's the thing. I looked at Dan's team and I was like, "Where's the poison type? It's not here. Let me just put toxic spikes on this bitch."
And it has to be a grounded poison type.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my Weezing can't get rid of them.
Weezing doesn't
Yeah.
clear toxic spikes.
Neither does Golbat.
So
yeah, those guys.
So everybody, if you're going to use toxic spikes against me, I can't get rid of them unless with defog. So please bring them against me so I can want to kill myself.
You know what probably was going on in his head though, was that he probably didn't think you'd bring Weezing. That would be my guess. That he wasn't expecting Weezing.
I think it was the first time I brought him this season. So
Was it?
Gotta prep for everybody.
oh god, I love Weezing so much. He's so good.
I was actually upset. I would have drafted Weezing. He's a good mon for his points. What is he, like a
Yeah.
tier
He's
4, tier 5?
He's tier 5. Tier 5 with
Ooh,
120
my-
defense and 1
Jeez.
weakness. So
Wow, that's pretty good.
and of course, the big highlight of the match for me, even though it wasn't even part of my team, was the fact that he gets the lovely kiss off of Jinx, turn 1, Scarf Jinx, turn 1 lovely kiss. Immediately Victini is asleep, and I'm like, whoop, whoop, uh-oh, uh-oh, oh no, oh goddamn no.
What people need to stop thinking, and by people I mean the people who ask me when I say bring setup moves on Scarfed and Scarfed and Banded and Specs Pokemon, is that you can bring a move that isn't affected by your choice item and then just switch.
That's what happened, though. That's the thing.
No, I know, because I told him, I was like, dude, you could bring Choice Scarf or Choice Specs Jinx and then just bring Lovely Kiss and just use Lovely Kiss and then switch out into something to deal with it. Like, you click Lovely Kiss on a Pokemon that you can't already deal with if you're bringing Sarf, right? So you either hit Ice Beam or Psychic, which I'm assuming he brought, and then I think he had Trick and Lovely Kiss. So you either you either click Ice Beam or Psychic to deal with the mon in front of you, or if you can't, you click Trick or you click Lovely Kiss.
I mean, I didn't expect the trick either. I probably should have, but at least it ended up getting tricked onto a decent Pokemon. And I don't know, I thought it was a pretty decent win by me. I'm going to be hard-pressed to win a goddamn match in the next few weeks going up against Kyle and Garrison. I'm so happy.
Good luck, Joe. As we get into the most important weeks upcoming with the rematches, I'm so excited for the rematches.
So we're going to move into, very quickly here, the trades and pickups for this week. It's a fairly quiet week. The person making the biggest splash involved in all 3 of these things happening here is our boy Thomas, who is right here with us. We'll start off, so this is a very interesting trade, Thomas. So Celesteela is being a 200 pick, by the way, a very high up pick here is coming to your team for Landorus T, which I feel like. How do you feel about this trade, Thomas?
Well, what happened was a couple weeks ago. Garrison was like, "Hey Tom, can I use Celesteela when you don't have a match?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And then I was like, "I'm gonna need that back though, right?" And he was like, "Yeah, that's fine." So that's it.
So you're lucky he didn't know trade backs you.
Yes. But if he no trade backs to me, I would have been like, before the trade, look, if there's no trade backs, you're not getting this Pokemon. This is mine. This is my baby. My pride and joy. So
he's back on the team here as well. Mm-hmm. You're dropping 2 of your Mons. You got Drifblim out the door, which kind of makes me sad because I do like Drifblim. And a Persian out the door as well. Again, another good Pokemon, I think. You're picking up the grossest... we were talking about it again before we started recording here. One of the grossest looking Pokemon on paper ever. Prankster Murkrow.
Yeah. I was talking with Mari about it over the weekend a little bit. It's really, really good in doubles with Quash, but that's not really going to make a difference in singles. But I mean, Prankster Roost, Prankster Taunt, Prankster Toxic, Prankster, Defog, Prankster, Thunderwave. Do I need to say more? Like, that's just
I
a
did point out
list.
that your defenses are a little worse than Sableye, but then you reminded me again, Eviolite, so...
Yes, I can bring Eviolite on it and have reliable recovery and roost, and still be phenomenal.
And Persian is being dropped for the Mario special, who he dropped without using Regirock here, who, big defense boy. I feel like Regirock in the right hands, in the right situations, much like how I used Regice last season, can shut down teams, can shut down big threats. Rock, much like Ice, isn't a very favorable defensive type, but a good offensive type. How do you feel about Regirock?
Well, my thing is, with picking up Murkrow, I had 3 dark types on my team, and that was a lot in a like a group where I am up against a Mega Beedrill. Where I'm not
True.
so much worried about Tyler, because like Tyler, but I needed a defensive wall if I was gonna drop Persian, because it's done work for me, but I think that Murkrow's gonna do more work for me, so I am okay with dropping it to try out bringing Regirock onto the team as a more defensive, as a more guaranteed defensive wall.
Oh, no, I don't blame you. And you're going to turn Murkrow into Workrow.
I got some more tier 5 picks for later seasons, don't you worry. So
Oh,
We all
don't we
do.
all, Thomas? Don't we all?
I've been doing my research.
It's
So,
gonna be the Commish special next season.
Oh my god, nobody's ready.
so we're going to debut a new segment here really quick. Thomas was very nice to get an interview going with one Murphy, who lost to Garrison this week. You're going to hear a bit of his insight into the team that he brought and lost with. Keep an ear out for the part where he's just like, yeah, Ditto could be a problem. And then it proceeded to be a problem in his match.
Well, hello everybody. I'm here with contestant Matthew Murphy.
Hey.
We're gonna do a little interview here about his battle this week against Garrison and I forget what his team name is. Going into this week, Murphy, it's gonna be a tough battle. He's got some very scary mobs.
Yeah, no thanks to you, bud.
All right, you know what? We don't have to talk about this right now. So we got like Celesteela, Superior, Mega Manectric, Holucha, Swampert, Espeon, Sableye, Ditto, Venomoth, Slacking, and Charizard. Now, that's a pretty scary lineup.
It is.
He's got some threats, he's got some good walls, and he's got a little meme in there. Got a little bit of everything. His Sableye is known to be pretty dirty. Venomoth is a Z Captain with Quiver Dance is pretty good. Celesteela is a solid Mon. Mega Manectric solid Mon. Holucha's, got its little Flying Gem fun. Superior's good with Contrary. So I gotta ask, what's your game plan? What are you bringing that you think can counteract his team?
Well, decided to bring a few more tanks this week than I normally do.
I think it's a very respectable idea.
Bringing AV Gardevoir. That's coming back. We're giving Furfrou his comeback from week 1, I think. It's the last time he saw the light of day.
Yes, I believe that would be week 1.
Yeah, we got the good old Cotton Guard Furfrou coming back into play.
It's a very underrated tier 5 Pokemon, and I like what you did the first time with it, so let's see what you can do the second time.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what he does for me. Plus, he's looking good this week, Tom. He's looking good. He's got his Pharaoh helmet on.
Ooh.
They finally let us change form in Showdown. We got Quagsire coming back out to play. Rocky helmet. Recover action going on up there. We got the physical tank.
Of course. I love me some Quagsire.
Who doesn't love them some unaware Quagsire?
I'm a big fan. Big fan.
Yeah, his Celesteela pretty scary. So I'm hoping to take care of that with a Choice Spect T-Bolt from Rotom. It's calcing out a bunch of damage.
It's not going to appreciate that T-Bolt.
Exactly, and then just in case, we got the Fire Z move on Garchomp, chunk that down a little bit.
That will do a good amount of damage. I'm assuming somewhere in the 40 to 60 range if it's physically defensive, and anywhere in the 60 to 80, even 85 range if it's specially defensive. Right?
That's what we're hoping for.
Okay. Just to get some nice chip on it, come in, maybe hit it with the Dragon Claw or even hit Fire Fang again, you probably live the Heavy Slam. I would imagine it would do
Quite a lot, you know.
I mean, the scariest thing that this thing's going to hit you with is either Heavy Slam or Hidden Power Ice.
Yeah.
If it decides to bring a special variant. So, I mean, obviously keep an eye out for that, but I think you might be able to scrape it with either of those mons against the Celesteela.
Yeah, that's the hope.
And what else do you have with you? That's about 5 hope.
We also have the Mega Altaria coming back out to play. You know, I feel safe running double dragons against him. He doesn't really have any dragon threats or any fairies on his team.
Okay, I like it. He does have the resist in Celesteela being a steel type, but outside of that, no, he really doesn't. The only thing that I'm worried about is if he Ditto Imposters one of your dragons, that could be a potential problem.
That would be.
But if you play smart, you can get around it. Now, my next question is, what do you think your win condition is in this match?
That's a tough one. It's a tough question.
What do you need to do?
I think that definitely the Celesteela needs to go. It needs to be off the field. And other than that, I think his other huge threats are Mega Manectric and Superior. So I think if I can get some nice chunk on them, you know, play around with the tanks a little bit, toxic something here or there. I think if it comes down to, like, you know, I get the Celesteela off the field, I think that's a big help.
Yeah, that'll open up your avenues a little bit.
Definitely. He's losing his, you know, resistance is there. He's losing a huge threat from his team. And I think, you know, it just gives me more safe switches on him.
I agree. I think that at that point, it opens up the avenue for your patented Mega Altaria that you like to use to close out your games with.
Definitely allows me to set the Dragon Dances up a little bit safer.
Because it deals with Sableye, it deals with Superior probably.
Yeah,
it deals with Haluntia definitely, and then the other things probably are just not going to appreciate a +1 or a +2 return or an Earthquake or Dragon Stab.
Yeah, you do got to worry about, you know, Mega Manectric or Superior come in with like a full special attack, HP Ice. You know, that's pretty spooky. But definitely getting rid of the Celesteela opens up that avenue a little bit better.
All right. Well, I wish you luck in your match.
Thank you.
It goes well for you. Garrison's a tough cookie.
He is indeed a tough cookie.
I'm telling you, you gotta watch out for every single one of those folks.
But you know, when you got a tough cookie, you throw that motherfucker in the microwave, you heat it up for 5 seconds, throw some ice cream on that bitch, no longer a tough cookie, then it's a tasty treat.
Ooh, I like it. All right, well, I think we'll close out this interview. Thank you so much for participating in the first one.
Well, thank you for having me.
So that was the interview, the first of our Commish interview series, I guess we'll call it, something like that. The old CIS, the old, what was that, the name of the battle droids? What was Trade Federation? CIS?
Sure.
Battlefront? Is that a thing? Anybody remember Star Wars Battlefront?
I didn't play
It's my
that
favorite
game.
Anyway, now we're moving on to the Commish Picks here this week, the most important week of the season. Week 8, we've got, starting off here, James versus Rob. Last time, I believe this is James's only win so far, is against Rob from earlier in the season. So I feel like James is going to continue that thread because Rob did make some changes, but I don't think he made enough changes, so I'm taking Rob on this one.
I'm taking James.
I, too, am taking Rob on this one.
All right. Well, Thomas, I think you're like the only person who has put faith in Rob so far this season.
He has lost it for me. I'm done.
No, man, I don't know. I think he's got it.
Next up, we got Trevor versus Mario. I got Mario on this one.
Mario.
Get your brooms out.
Oh, we're sweeping. It's already sweep week. Fuck. Speaking of, again, the other Commish special we got going on here, Mike versus Murphy. We are now legally, we cannot choose Mike anymore because he lost here. So all of us are choosing Murphy.
Murphy, let's go.
Murphy, let's get it, baby.
Next up, we got Dan versus Mitch here. This was horrendous the last time it happened. Again, this was where we saw Belly Drum slurp off with Dazzling Gleam and such, so I feel like Dan might not be quite so lucky this time, but he is going to pull it out.
I'm going with Dan as well. I needed a bigger sample size for Mitch, so I'm going with what I know.
I'm putting my faith in Mitch. I think Mario has prepped him enough. Be like, hey, look, there's a physical special split. You should try it. You should try it out this time. It's pretty good.
Next we've got here Preston versus Garrison. I think, now last time we saw Preston versus Garrison, it was the grossest Sableye set ever on the planet, ever. So hopefully Preston has a fucking answer for that, because if he does, and for the love of God he better, I think he's going to win this match.
Substitute Alakazam. I'm taking Garrison. My boy Garrison.
Yeah, I gotta give this one to Garrison. He's one sneaky boy. You're now gonna be so afraid of the Sableye, you're not gonna pay attention to some other threat he's got for you.
It's going to be Ditto, again.
Oh God. Oh no.
And next we've got Joe versus Kyle, the revenge match. I gotta take me, because why would I not take me?
You eked it out too close for comfort last time with Kyle, and honestly, I think that Kyle's message was, I'm coming for you, man. So I'm picking Kyle.
Yeah, give me Kyle. He is on a path of vengeance that I have not seen in a long time.
The odds are against me, but I'm not going to let that get me down. Next up, we got Thomas taking on Dave. Another revenge match here. Thomas, I think you learned from your mistakes last time, and you will pull this one out.
Yeah, same.
I'm picking Thomas. I think that Thomas is going to be really threatening in the rematches.
We're getting brooms out again, sweeping it here. Next up, we got Tyler versus Derek. And I should not have this much confidence in Tyler. It's Tyler, but I got him +3.
Tyler is performing, like I said last time, better than we thought, but still not that good. And still not that good is like at least 75% better than Derek. So those are the numbers. I'm picking Tyler.
I'm gonna pick Tyler as well because he's performing decently this season.
Yeah, and hey, decent is probably about 2 notches above where Tyler normally operates. So next up we got our 2 Conference Cup games here, the first of which is M1 versus Gage. Oh man, fuck, I should have chose Gage. God damn it, I gotta choose my Diamond Boys, but I gotta go with M1 because he's also my boy.
I'm going with M1 off the bye week. Let's go.
Give me M1. That man is spooky, scary skeletons this season, showing us all that you can come out from the woodwork and not be playing too much, but still know your stuff.
That's a +2 from that there as well, according to what I'm seeing here.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good one. And finally, we got Manny taking on Tristan. I got to go with Manny.
I'm going with myself +3.
Whoa.
I have some confidence.
Ooh.
I like my game plans.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna stick with what's keeping me rolling here. All right.
Give me Manny. I gotta believe in my Commish brethren here, man. He's been doing good. He's hot. Let's hope he stays hot.
Hopefully the bye week didn't cool me down.
Nah.
Exactly.
Nah.
And I forgot to mention here, coming on to last week, Manny was the winner again, going 4-1. Preston letting us all down, the only big loss that we got here. And Thomas and I both go 2-3. I'm still in the lead here, 36-24 over the season. Manny 34-26. This could be the week that he turns that around and pulls a big one over on us here. Thomas still pulling up the rear here, 31-29, nearly still over 500, so still not bad.
I try.
We're all doing pretty good on these picks. We're over 500, all of us, which is solid.
It's solid. Let's go ahead and just talk about the Conference Cup real quick, because, all right, we haven't really talked about the Conference Cup that much. Both of the weeks have now gone by. Congratulations to Kyle, by the way. His +6 will earn him some knockoff Pokemon, which I still think I owe him from last season, too.
You do.
So...
He's been asking about them. He wanted me to get them when I was in Pennsylvania this weekend, but I forgot to get them for myself, so...
You were here this weekend?!
Maybe.
Motherfucker, Thomas, come on!
I have your badge, man.
I
Come
know.
on.
I'll be back in May twice, at least. So...
It's not like you can't get in contact with us.
I know. What happens is I just forget, to be honest with you. Like, I was in town visiting my grandma. Leave me alone.
You're totally related to Mario.
Wow, it's like we're cousins or something.
It's
Insane.
like you guys share some bloodline. I don't know.
It's like, how do I know you people again? It's not Mike.
So we got here, now that both of the Conference Cup weeks have taken place as well, specifically, looking at the lay of the land going forward here. Diamond still in first, 18, baby. Kyle really brought it home because my efforts, I mean, I got a +1 against Tyler. That's the best I've done so far, and the +3 against Dan, but still. We got +11 total, pretty big. Sapphire coming out big too, +7. Tied now for second, 15 with Pearl. Again, Manny carrying basically the entire thing on his back, earning 9 of those 15 points.
Let's go. I'm not letting this team go down, alright? I will pull this division ship. I will pull it all the way to the finish line. God damn it. I don't know if we're going to catch you in Diamond, but second place is very achievable.
Yeah, no, here's the thing. At this point, you're going to be trading punches with people in Sapphire, I feel like it's almost a race for second at this point because Diamond has Ruby, who is still kicking up the rear here with 7 points. Not their best work. Yeah, at this point in the season, again, it's all against... Diamond is the toughest division we got going on here. I've got Trevor. No offense to Trevor, but I feel like that's going to be a pretty big one, too. And, it's... I don't know. All you need is one big win to pull ahead, really. And I feel like as we're heating up here, we're going to get just closer and closer to whatever the prize is for the Conference Cup, because I'm pretty sure I still haven't talked about it.
Oh, boy.
To be decided.
More knockoff Pokemon.
Yay.
And I think with that here, we're going to close the book on this week of Inside the PFL. So, gentlemen, I think as we're coming up here on week 8, we've talked about it a few times here throughout. We sprinkled a little bit of the philosophy throughout. Is week 8 the most important week of the season?
Always. Of course it is.
You bet your ass it is, Joe.
Listen to me.
This is it. It's people's times to shine. This is the beginning of the rematches. This is it, man. This is your chance to take the playoffs by the balls. Let's go, guys.
Rebattles are huge. They are huge, dude. I can't even, it sounds so dumb, but it's really...
I'm not looking forward to any of mine. But with that, I think we will sign off here for Inside the PFL. I am Joe.
Manny.
And Thomas.
And everybody, good luck in your matches and have fun.
Peace.
Peace.